In this tutorial, we're going to review how to create a workforce assignment, initiating it with field maps, delivering it to Survey 123, filling out the details in Survey 123, and then making the assignment in the workforce browser-based dispatcher view. So first we're starting out in field maps. I've already got my field map open. I'm looking at the test site of the U.S. Department of Interior, and I'm going to click on the site, not one of the units in the site, but the site itself to initiate the process. So having tapped on the site, we get a pop-up to ask which feature we're actually selecting. We're going to select the rammed feature, the site itself. It comes up with a pop-up about what the site details are. We're going to click on the hot link, Create Site Work Assignment. That's going to open up Survey 123. It does help to have Survey 123 already running. Sometimes the handoff fails if Survey 123 tries to launch and then log in. So you want to make sure to have that running first. Notice that the location is populated on the site map there with the survey. The site name is also populated and the location is populated. For this particular location, there is no structure, so there is no address. If there were a structure and an address, that address would follow the site name and the location. And you can edit that location field as you desire. Please don't edit the site name because we want that to stay set as it is. Next, we're going to choose an assignment type. For this exercise, we're going to choose an invasive vegetation unit treatment. Notice that the notes, the site notes, came across as part of the description. You can use that or get rid of that and add your own description as you desire. The status is going to remain unassigned. That is a read-only field. The priority you need to set, I'm going to set this one at none, but you could set that depending on your assessment of how critical the work is. The due date is going to be set for a week from today. And notice that the assigned on date is auto-populated from the very moment. Under unit ID, this used to be required when the units were the geometry that initiated the process. Now it's just a handy thing there if you wanted to list, for instance, the invasive vegetation units by their ID numbers, which they display by, or what have you. Assigned tasks is still required because the idea is that you are assigning some tasks. Notice that depending on what you choose, with most of these choices, you'll get the assigned target species list. This is no longer required, but you could fill it in if you desire. The assigned estimated cost is the litmus for notification of eWeb. So if it's 0 to 10,000 proceed, it's a green. If it's 10,000 to 30,000, it's a yellow with a notification sent to eWeb. And if it's 30,000 or greater, then it's an approval from eWeb with an email again to the eWeb project managers. So I'm going to set this back down to green. Again, I've checked just a couple of boxes for example, and I've set the priority to low. So I'm going to submit this now. You could save it in your outbox if you want to edit it. You can go back to continuing the survey. If you send now and you're offline, it will queue up in your outbox and then send. You can see that took off right away there. So next, we'll want to go from wrong workforce. We want to go from that to a browser. Let's go here and here. And I'm already on the ArcGIS workforce page. And I know I made a reveg and invasive vegetation treatment assignment. And so I'm going to open that as a dispatcher. So again, this is the dispatcher view. And we're going to sort this by due this month. And here is our two invasive vegetation unit treatments. U.S. Department of Interior BLM 2400. You can see they're unassigned because they're gray. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on one of those and we're going to assign it. In this case, I'm going to assign it to myself just to reduce confusion, but you would be typically assigning this, at the moment at least, to Brendan. So now that that's assigned, I can go back to assignments. I can look for the other one. Here it is. Sorry, I wasn't focusing for a moment there. And again, I'll assign that to myself. Now, until the person accepts this assignment, that can be changed. Everything can be changed until they accept the assignment. Once they accept the assignment, then that can no longer be changed because it's in their hands, as it were. So just looking here through, let's here we go. So now we can see my icon image as the assigned mobile worker, invasive vegetation unit treatment, 2 assignments, both due in 7 days. I had done a demo video earlier, so that's what that's from. So now those are assigned. And so what that takes care of is a number of things. Largely, simply put, it makes sure that all the attributes that are necessary transfer from the site to the Survey 123 form, which then populates this database that we just interacted with through the dispatcher view. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope you found it useful.